Okay, so hi and welcome to this short video tutorial where we will be looking at multiplying fractions by fractions. And this is a follow-on video from our earlier video tutorials where we looked at simplifying fractions, adding equivalent fractions, adding non-equivalent fractions, subtracting equivalent fractions, subtracting non-equivalent fractions, and then simplifying our answers. So multiplying fractions is actually quite easy. And as always, we're going to start with a demonstration. And the demonstration then we'll use the example of 3 over 4, and we'll multiply that by 1 over 8. Okay, and so when we go to multiply fractions, then what we want to do is, it's very simple. We are simply going to multiply our numerator by our numerator and our denominator by our denominator. So let's look at our numerators. So we have a 3 and a 1, so 3 multiplied by 1, and that gives us 3. And then 4 multiplied by 8, and that gives us 32. And then we look and see if we can simplify our answer. So have they got any common factors except from 1, and 3 over 32 doesn't. Okay, let's go and take another example. So this example then, we'll multiply 6 over 7, and we're going to multiply that by 4 over 5. Okay, so again we look to multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. So 6 times 4, well, that's 24, and 7 times 5, that's 35. So our answer is 24 over 35. And then again we look to see if we can simplify it. As the numerator and denominator of our answer got any common factors except for itself and 1, and it doesn't. So our answer is 24 over 35. Right, let's take one more example then. So this time we're going to multiply 3 over 4, and we're going to times that by 2 over 4. Okay, so again, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Right, so 3 times 2, well, that gives us 6. Sorry there, that gives us 6. And then 4 times 4, that gives us 16. Now we look at our answer and see if we can simplify it. So do 6 and 16, do they have any common factors? And they do. And so our common number in this case is 2. So we divide 2 into 6, which goes 3 times, sorry there, and 2 into 16 goes in 8 times. And so our answer for 3/4 multiplied by 2/4 is 6/16, which we then simplified into 3 over 8. Alright, let's take one more example, and then I will give you some examples to work through on your own. Right, so let's take two even numbers again. And let's take 7 over 8, and let's multiply that by 8 over 10. Alright, so one more time, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So 7 times 8, well, that gives us 56, and then 8 times 10, that gives us 80. And now because they're both even numbers, we know they definitely will have common factors. And so we're going to take a look at what their common factors are. And because 56 and 8, because they're both multiples of 8, then we know that we can divide both of them by 8. So let's say 56 divided by 8, that gives us 7, and then 80 divided by 8, that gives us 10. And so our answer, when we multiply 7/8 by 8/10, that's going to give us 56 over 80, or 7 over 10. Okay, in the next slide then, I'm going to give you some examples and you can work through them. Then I'll tell you when to pause the movie, or the video tutorial, and then I will demonstrate how to solve the answers. Okay, so here are some examples and you can work through them yourself. and I'll tell you when to pause the video. Okay. So, okay, you can pause the video now and have a go yourself, and then I will rejoin you and show you how to work through the examples. Okay, so I hope you've had enough time there to work through the examples yourself. I'm going to solve them for you now. So we start with the first one. So 3 sevenths times 4 eighths. So again, just remember numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. 3 times 4, that gives us 12, and 7 times 8 gives us 56. And now what we need to do is see if we can simplify this. And so we know that 4 is a common factor of both. So 4 into 12, that goes 3 times, and 4 into 56 goes 14 times. So our answer is 12/56, and we simplify that to 3 over 14. Right, let's take the next example here then, which is 7 eighths and 6 sevenths. So again, numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. So our numerator is 7 times 6, that gives us 42. 8 times 7, that gives us 56. Okay, and so then we look at both numerator and denominator of our answer, and we can see that they have a common factor. It certainly is 7. Let's divide 42 by 7, and that gives us 6. And let's divide 56 by 7, and that gives us 8. And then for those of you with keen eyes, well, we can find another common factor of 6 and 8, which is 2. I'm going to divide 2 into 6, which gives me 3, and 2 into 8, which gives me 4. So our answer was 42 over 56, which we simplified to 6 over 8, and we simplified again to 3 over 4. Sorry, I ran out a bit of space there. Okay, let's go on to our next example, which is 3 ninths and 2 sixths. So 3 ninths, so 3 ninths multiplied by 2 sixths, numerator by numerator, which is 3 times 2, which gives us 6, and then 9 times 6 gives us 54. Then we look for a common factor of 6 and 54, so 6 is a common factor of 6 and 54. So 6 into 6, that gives us 1, and 6 into 54 gives us 9. Okay, our final example then is 9 over 15 and 3 over 45. The numerator by numerator, that's 27. That's going to be over 15 times 45, which I'm only realizing now is one heck of a sum. Alright, so 10 45s, that gives us 450. So 5 45s gives us 225. So 225 plus 450 is 675. And then we have to see, is there a common factor of 27 and 675? So let's try and take a look at that. So does 3 go into 27? It does. To 3 go into 67? It goes in. It does. Okay, so 3 into 27, that goes in 9 times. And 3 into 675 goes 220 times. So our answer in this case will be 9 over 225. Right, then we can break that down again. If we divide it again by 3, so 3 into 9, that would go 3 times. 225 would go 73 times. 3 over 73. So I completely ran out of space there. I'll just write it for you over here. So we get 3 over 73. And does anything go into 3 and 73? 3 goes into 3, did 3 go into 73? It doesn't. So no, that's our final answer. I'm sorry there if that got a little bit convoluted, but there you go. Okay, so there is your video tutorial, and I hope you learned from it. Alright, okay, thank you.